Welcome back to Main Stage Training. In this last lesson, we're going to show you how to put everything you've learned into practice, how to build a sound that's going to fill out the ensemble and make it really special. So for this example, we're going to be using the pads and ARPEs, which is a simple patch that we walked through earlier. I've already shown you how to mix it all down, but we're going to show you how to use that for best emphasis now. And the song we're going to use is What a Beautiful Name in the key of E. So I'm going to bring in E on my tonic player, right there. All right, so again, when your worship leader calls for it, you have the ability to bring in the click. We're going to bring in that click at 68 BPM. Now you're going to need to know the song tempo. You might want to write it down somewhere, just on the back of your hand or something, to see if you don't forget. But when the worship leader calls for it, I'm going to bring that song in. So now everything on this voice is going to sync to that click. So for lower moments of the song, the patch as it is fantastic. And we've already talked about how to get, how that tonic pad player will add those middle voices that you need so you're freed up to play the parts. So again, on the bridge, this is a nice place to start adding some things that are going to add beef to the sound. So let's pretend we're there now. Bring in a little shimmer. So now we can start bringing in these programmed elements. When the drums start coming in, as the band builds, you can bring those things in. It's a nice way to build energy, build movement. You can just play simple chords or keep your part going even. And it'll follow what you're doing. So as you feel the band build, as you feel the drums build, you can grab those arpeggiated voices and start fading those in. So they're all the way out. Keep that voice or keep that part going. Bring those arpeggiators in. And so you hear that? It's almost like you have created a nice programming loop without having to actually bring in anything from Ableton, any program like that. Now there's another voice I want to walk you through just really quickly. It is called Be the Worship Team. Now this is going to be a little bit different of a voice, but it's things you can bring in that will add a little bit more flavor, a little bit more texture when you're facing maybe just a setting where you have maybe just an acoustic guitar, maybe a bass, drum kit, something like that. You can add a lot of things that will add more fullness and help the ensemble feel bigger, even though you have a small team. So let's walk you through the voices at the top first. So up top, in the orange section is your pad. The green section is Jericho ARP, and that is just a pulse ARP, another one of those arpeggiated elements. Now your blue and purple sections are really cool here. We'll walk through those in just a second, but basically it's like guitar, top-end texture, and an octave piano that will help you with really just duplicating things, playing octaves, and playing those lead lines without having to do a lot of work with your right hand. I'm going to bump my tempo up to 71, and we are going to go with every victory will stay in E, okay? So if I'm just playing it without any support, it's going to sound like this. Again, it's not bad at all. It will sound nice in the room, but that's not really all you can do. There are a lot more things going on in the programming, and so we want to do our best to kind of replicate that right now. Okay, so first thing we'll bring in is that octave piano. It's on your purple section. So let's see what that feels like. That's almost adding those octave piano lead lines that come in and out. And don't forget, we also have our tonic player, so we can add that since we're playing a little bit higher. In our right hand, we can use that to fill out those middle voices a little bit. So. Get back down to the verse, just bring that piano back out. Now again, all this will sync with the click track. So let's jump ahead and pretend like we're in that bridge section. So I'll bring that piano back in. We'll do a little bit of that line. Don't forget about this arpeggiator. Bring that in now to SMB2. There's that. So again, all those things you can layer in, you can start adding them as you go to kind of add beef. Great to bring those arpeggiated program elements in the spaces where the band is building. Any place you have to play a lead line, that piano voice helps you cover 2 octaves with just 1 note. And the last thing is that guitar lead, which is kind of cool. It's a nice little texture thing. I'll bring a little bit of that in. So it's almost like you have a lead guitar doubling what your right hand is doing, which is super cool. Bring the tonic back in, you can hear a little bit of that right now. Here's the click. You can use that in that bridge. That one's fun to play with. You can always just bring things into taste because the arrangement may not match what's on the record. In those off-track moments, it probably won't, to be honest. And so you can just follow your worship leader, and as the band builds, you have the ability to just reach over, slowly bring in that programming. Anytime you need to play a lead, grab that piano loop. It's a great voice for just adding emphasis and stuff to smaller teams where you may not have the guitar support you're looking for. You can be that person. You can truly be the worship team. There's a third kind of voice. I'm just going to drop links for you to look into. It is actually song-specific patches. Now, Sunday Sounds has actually gone through, done the work to put some things in place that will help you replicate all the programmed elements. It's a little more complex, a little more in-depth, but I'll just drop a list of some of the examples of songs that they have. Not something we're currently looking at implementing, but it is capability of software, so you can look at it And if we do go to it in the future, you'll be ready to go. So again, you have your, you have a full bank of patches that come with the software, that'll come in your template. I encourage you to just take them, play around with them, see what they can do. You also have the capability to build your own patch, which is amazing if you want to look for some ways to just add your own flavor, your own musicianship. I'll drop a link again to Sunday Sound's Build Your Own Patch walkthrough where you can add layers, you can add pianos, pads, strings, anything you want to do to help replicate a particular song or whatever fits your musical taste, your style, your workflow the best. You have the ability to put that together, drop it in, and then you have your patch ready to go. And thanks for sticking around and watching the entire thing. Again, we want to put tools in your hands that are going to help you do your best. They're going to help you succeed at being a worship musician. MainStage is a great tool for that. The Sunday Sounds template is an incredible tool that has been put out to where you can add a lot to the ensemble. I believe in you. FP Worship believes in your incredible musicianship, and we're looking forward to amazing experiences that you are going to help be a huge part of creating through your keyboard skills. So thank you guys again for watching this training, and happy music. We'll see you next time.